What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys with another market watch today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired. I'm not showing my face. It's all hairy, and I just want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit. I've been looking at the Yu-Gi-Oh market pretty constantly. Recently my wife had our 5th child, so I've been helping out with the family. So I had all these tabs on my computer, which is like stuff to talk about, stuff that I'm interested in, stuff that I'm looking at, and I haven't had a chance to really record a video because I've been having, family life. That's right, simps. I have a wife. But yeah, no, I mean, it's great, for having kids. It's just, you don't get much sleep and you're always running around, so I've been kind of busy. But yeah, no, my son Giovanni Link Sanabria was born a couple of days ago, and it's been very tiring, but absolutely amazing at the same time. All right. Let's talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh market, because I feel like... Oh, but I just want to say something. This is going to be happening all over the place so soon, Konami. So, you best to, do something for, parents in Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon has a professor program. You get it together, Konami. Get, a Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know. Don't, whatever, but, not the grandpa thing, Grandpa Moto kind of thing. But, do something for, Yu-Gi-Oh parents. Come on. All right. Looking over at Darkwing Blast, this, you know what, I really thought this was not going to be a good set, I'll be honest with you. I was like, this set's probably not going to be good. We got Magnificent Mavens coming through, and that set looks better, this, that, and the other thing. But some of the cards look really, really, really good. Right out of the gate, you have Team Rukalos. This card's going to be going down in value, even though it's a needed card for all Team players. Starlight Rares are solos for extra decks, don't really hold up good value. And Rukalos is going to be one of those. It's a good card. You need it. But is it worth $500? Of course not. It's going to be going down in value. Blazing Cartesia, the Virtuous, would be a great card if it had come out during, the same time as, when Branded Structure Deck released. This would be the go-to card. Might even be preferably over Snow at the time. Or maybe 1-on-1. Who knows? Lady Labyrinth, of course, you got to pay your waifu tax. But Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle actually is a pretty good Starlight Rare, I'll be honest with you. Then again, the artwork looks really good in the card. Blackwing Dragon, I told you how much I hate this card as a Starlight Rare. I think it's a waste of time. It has a Ghost Rare, Konami. Come on. Don't make them fight each other. Mitsu, the Insect Ninja. I don't really know anything about this card. I'm just going to say what it is. The Bysteel Lebellion, a card people are going to be needing. Kashira Fenrir, this card's going down in value. Spellbound, it looks alright. I understand the purpose of this card, but is it going to be enough? Hopefully we have to see, though. Then there's regular Tillman Rukalos. Once again, you need this card to your players, but it's $25. It's going to be going down even more, by the way. Sprite Sprint's a great card, but once again, it's a one-of, and the price is reflecting that. It's a $20 card. And there's your Blazing Cartesia, the Virtuous, which we don't know where it fits in. Like I said, if it had it come out when Branded Structure Deck released, this would be a must-have card. But now it's here, and we're all kind of like, okay, it's kind of cool. It might be good for now, but will it be good during Magnificent Maiden's release? That is the real question. I really don't know. They got a lot of other cards. These are all on pre-sale prices, so the prices are really inflated, and they're not going to maintain their high value. But you know what's really crazy? The fact that the market has went insane. Okay, whatever. I know it's it means nothing. The card went from whatever 35 cents with $1 shipping. But number 29 Mannequin Cat, if this card was a super rare at a Rising Rampage, it would be $10. Ultra rare, $20. Secret rare, well, you wish you had bought it during Rising Rampage. I mean, yeah, once again, the card price was whatever, and then just had a crazy spike. And you're probably going, V, what does it matter? I mean, it's Mannequin Cat. Who cares? This card, I mean, it's a commoners. Sure. Imperium Duelist Legendary Revenge used to be worthless. I mean, $2. Look at the card right now. It's roughly around $11. Throughout the weekend, it was hitting $16 to $17. Actually, you can see over here in the chart still throughout the weekend for Imperium. It is going down in value. And here's the question I want to ask in today's video. Sprite players. Is Sprites going to be good enough when Magnificent Maven's released? I think it will be. But I think there's going to be a clear distinction between Sprites and Telements in the power creep. I think Telements are going to be the dominant deck, right? At least in the beginning of the release of Magnificent Mavens, with the release of Ishizu cards. But I think Sprites will be playing catch-up. And I do think, and here's where I'm going to twist it on you, I think sprites will catch back up to Telements in a very fast amount of time here in the TCG, as opposed to the OCG where it took months for this to happen. In the TCG, month, 2 months. With that said, though, will Imperium be in the new builds of sprites? I want to see why not. But will the prices make any sense? I mean, this is an $11 card. Do you really want to put money towards this card? Does it make sense? I mean, it does today, but it would make sense with the release of a Shizu card to Magnificent Mavens. You got Capshaw, the Rising Rampage. The card used to be $1.50. Looking at it right now, it's okay. First edition version, $6.50. You got some unlimiteds, but I mean, this guy is 17 sales, $6.50 for Capshaw. Once again, this is a card that people laughed at. People said, no, V, it's worthless. Well, the Megaton version is, because it's a rare. Whereas Secret Rare holds the high. And this is why I always say, get the highest rarity if you can. If it's between Prismatic Secret and regular Secret, that's not much of a difference. That's been something that's been happening a lot lately. But for overall, just over on the market, you got Capsule Rare and you got Capsule Secret Rare. Secret holds value, Rare doesn't. Unless you count 43 cents as real value. And this is something I think a lot of you players have to understand. This is why I always say go after the highest rarity. It's not just because you want to bling your deck out. I mean, that should be part of it. But because it's the best value. And if you go into the Yu-Gi-Oh market and you buy some of these cards and you hold these cards, you go, this card could go up high in value. Like Cap Shell, you have to know when to buy, what to buy. Those who bought the rare got wrecked. Those who bought the secret rare, well, it's payday. Alright. Then we have Wind Up Kitten. This card went insane throughout the weekend. A lot of you players are obviously using this for Sprite Ruinix. In my opinion, Ruinix are going to turn into an anti-meta deck. That's the path I see them taking. I know we have Mystic Mind, so if Mystic Mind ever starts showing more prevalence, I do think Ruinix will come out of nowhere to put Mystic Mind in check. If you notice this past weekend, we didn't see as much Mystic Mind because Ruinix existed. And Mr. Mind players literally had to just go, okay, I could try to stop you for a turn, but if you draw one of your Ruinix cards, or Cosmic Cyclone to stop Ruinix, or any of those, I mean, there's so many cards, the game's over. The gig is up. And I think that with Wind Up Kitten, and once again, going back to Wind Up Kitten, I think it's a great card used in sprites, but the prices is going down. I would not recommend for you to buy this card because I don't think this card's going to be as relevant in about 2 weeks with the release of Magnificent Maidens. I want to emphasize that. I think it'll be decent now, but decent now doesn't equal a $35 price tag on an ultra rare. It definitely doesn't equal. Okay, so it says $48. See right there? It's not 48. And I hope the G Play fixes this because look, oh my god, it used to be roughly around $15. Okay, hold on. So we're gonna go over here and yeah, 48 my ass. This shit, $61, bro. TCG Player, update your system. All right. Then we have Nightmare Crypto Iblis. This is my favorite part of the Yu-Gi-Oh market. I'm not sure if the Yu-Gi-Oh market is doing this on purpose, or you know, or it's self-correcting, or players are making the right plays at the right time. Nightmare Crypto Iblis used to see play, stopped seeing play, and I think it's starting to see play again. This is how you beat Ruinix. I mean, if you get a pure Ruinix player, you just give Nightmare Corrupt to Iblis, and you're like, here, hold this for a minute. It really, really hurts them. Doesn't really like shut a lot of players down, but it's definitely a pain. Obviously not as good against sprites, but still overall a good card. Nightmare Corrupt Iblis out of Flames of Destruction has been all over the place in the market, as you can see over here. But if you want a limited version, $15. If you want a first edition version of this card, once again, it's $15, but $15 for a Nightmare Card to Iblis. This card used to be like $6. And it's rising in value. You only need one of these cards, but it's a great tech choice to stop a lot of current meta decks. I think this card is going to start seeing play in the short term because it's so broken still. And a lot of players have to figure out how to get around it. The Yu-Gi-Oh market. Just finding that little, just finagling. So, one of the Nimble cards got a reprint off of the name of it already. Nimble Beaver. No. Nimble Beaver is getting a reprint. Super rare in OTS tournament pack. I don't know, a zillion. So, everyone in the market were like, alright, Konami, Nimble Angler ain't got no reprint. So, they went and made this card $7 for a common. Get wrecked. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's funny and it's insane, but it's predictable because this is what the Yu-Gi-Oh market does. They say, oh, really? You're going to do that to that card? Alright, you missed one. Boom. And now it's $7. Have fun trying to finagle this into the future of your current sets. And by the time we get it, we're probably not going to care about it. But yeah, Nimble Angler, $7. I mean, do you have yours? Number 65 busted a Degen Buster, which is starting to see a lot more play in sprites, is $4. And then we have Testudo Newman, the turtle once called God. That's actually the little translation. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, listen, this card is a tech choice in the side deck of sprites for now. Will it actually see any more play beyond that? Probably not. But look at the market, a card used to be, is this $1? It used to be way less than $1.50. Get out of here. But this card right now, okay, I'm just going to clear up the listings. For unlimited, it's $8. First versions also roughly around $8 for the turtle once called God. There's another. Where's the other one? There's another one. The Newman Testudo is the other one as well. But that's the other card that came out nobody cares about. So this card is used as a tech choice with Mannequin Cat for anyone who doesn't know the whole like backstory of this card. It's pretty cool. Is it consistent? Not really. But it's cool to see. It's a really cool tech choice. I think it catches a lot of players off guard who aren't prepared for it. I don't think this card is going to maintain seeing a lot more play in the future. Even though I like this card a lot, I actually bought a playset of this card when the Shining Doctors came out. I actually still have my playset. I might sell it because, I mean, it's common. Hopefully this will get a reprint. I love the artwork on this card. I love the name. It's just such a cool card. All right. Before I begin, I just want to say, guys, make sure to check out my website, YGOPaisano.com. Field centers are selling out. Like, I came back and started doing, like, online orders. People were buying the crap out of the field centers and tokens. I still haven't put another order in, so it's going to be another month before a restock does come. It's going to be kind of crazy. So if you guys want to go ahead and grab some field centers while you still can, make sure to check it out. Once again, YGOPaisano.com. Back to the Market Watch. So this is how you beat Ruinix, by the way. Like, this is it right here. A lot of you players are like, man, Ruinix are pretty good. Read Magic Deflector. First his turn, negate all equip, field, continuous, and quick play spell effects on the field. Well, Ruinix players love playing field spells on quick play spells. Oh, Mystic Mine? Cool. I have literally a card that just says, hey, listen, I'm just going to shut you down for the turn. No big deal. You're playing Mystic Mine. You can probably survive, right? Magic Deflector out of OTS One Pack 3 is a really cool card. The card value, roughly right about now, is about $5. Now, that's for the super rare. The card also did come out as a common in Abyss Rising. Currently, 15 cents. I do want to point the fact that it's at Abyss Rising, which, but hey, overall, I think this is a great way to stop Ruinix. This is why I said, like, I'm really excited about Ruinix, because Ruinix put Mystic Mine in check. But Magic Deflector is, like, the barrier if you're playing Fusion, but Ruinix. So, as much as and as good as Ruinix are, this is how you beat them on one card. That's it. You just flip this against them. You look at them and you go, response. They tear a little bit and you're like, that's what I thought. And then you just kill them. That turn, they get blasted. And I think Magic Deflector is a really good card because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to be easily able to decide it because it's a normal trap card. If you run Trap Trick, well, now you got another choice to get with Trap Trick other than just debarrier itself. So I do expect to see this card see a lot more play. I do expect to see Ruinix players realistically pull back on their aggression because builds right now are kind of OP because they're just throwing everything in there going, this is probably going to work. I should have proc enough to get that field spell, let me draw free cards. And with Magic Deflector, yeah, it's going to be a good way to check all that. Then we have Abelantis, Abyss Dragon. This starter rate used to be at roughly around $100. Look at this, $100. Currently right now in the market, it's at $175. I will say this though, it was actually roughly near, it won't show here right now, of course not, but it was getting near 200, and now it is coming down to around $175. So the question is Abelantis the Abyss Dragon, as mentioned first, at least from the Starlight Rare perspective, is it going to be going back down in value? My argument is I think it already has, and I think it will continue to do so. I love this. In the OC, they're like, we're not playing Diviner. We used to play Diviner, we're not playing Diviner anymore, we don't care about it. So in the TCG, everyone's like, yeah, you don't play Diviner. And are they right? It's a good question, I really don't know. Divine Inherit out of 2022, Return of the Pharaoh Gods was going up in value, was originally $7, was at $13, and now it's kind of calmed down. The price of this card's roughly around $11. So the question is, do you run Diviner? I really don't know. I'm kind of 50-50. I want to get this card, but if it doesn't see play, it's a waste of $30, $35. TCG player taxes, you're looking at about $35 for a playset. And is it worth it? Is it worth it for the peace of mind? I really don't know. I think this is a great card, but if it's not worth it, then why waste the money? Am I right or wrong? Primitive Planet Right Phobia is another card you might have never really heard about because there's a better Primitive Planet. But this card, out of Dimension Force, is pretty good. It's for Scareclaws. Now, Scareclaws obviously are, at least have seen this past weekend play. with Telements, and it looks pretty good, to be honest with you. I mean, the deck can do a lot of crazy stuff. The core of the deck is relatively inexpensive, minus this one card, which at one point was $6, and now it's coming down. It's roughly around $4.50, $5 with tax and all that stuff. Yeah, this card, you need about 2 of these. You can probably get away with playing one if you're running terraforming. I don't know. That's my opinion. But overall, you do need 2 of these cards, ideally, just to be safe. And Scareclaw Telements look like they were doing a lot of things this past weekend. Now, what's really interesting is, if you went to me and said, V, what is the best Telement build? I would say, well, the best Telement build right now, before this weekend, would have probably been the Paleo Telements. I mean, that deck has the ground game covered with Paleos. It has the mid game and aggressive game, in my opinion, covered with Telements. I mean, the deck's really good. And yet, it didn't really see as much play as, well, the Scareclaw Telements. I don't know why. Maybe YGOPaisano are catching up in Europe, but here in America, this is a good build. But, like, really aggressive, like, really aggressive combo decks do struggle against control. And I feel like what makes the Paleo Telement so good, because it has a piece of control and mid-range built into the deck, whereas Scareclaw realistically want to pop out first turn, and can easily do it first turn, as we saw this past weekend. Heretic Sailor Heavenly Spears came out of dual power. Well, it didn't really come. It came out of, like, whatever. It has 2 printings. But the price of this card was going down. At one point, it was hitting near like $5-6. Right now, the value of the card is roughly around $8. That's for the dual power version of the card. It does have a reprinting in Ghost in the Past, but it doesn't get any better. The Ghost in the Past version of the card is roughly around $8. So you're not getting any levity with this card. You only need 1 of this card at least. Ideally, some builds are starting to play 2. And this is with the new Bisteel, Beasteel, the new Bisteel, what do you want to call it? The new stuff coming out of Darkwing Blast is, there's 2 ways to play. You can play it with dragons, and everyone likes dragons because it's combo, and everyone's been playing mid-range for the past couple of months, so everyone wants to play them a little more combo. That's what this promises. Or you can play it with the Branded, which is more of a mid-range version of the Bestials. And you don't need this in Branded, obviously. But if you want to play dragons, you want to play combo, you're going to need this card. At least 1, maybe even 2. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. If you're looking to play Dragon Links right now, well, Dragon Link Bestials right now, it's going to cost you. Cards out of Structure Deck Rocket Revolt, like Abzorada Dragon, is roughly around, well, this guy has it roughly around here for $4. But after that, we're looking roughly around, and actually about $4. $4 for a super rare. All right. What about this? Rocket Recharger out of Structure Deck Rocket Revolt. Once again, a common. Hey, look, it's going down in value. Sure, it's about $2-3 with shipping, but that's for a common. That's because Konami never really got a chance to reprint these cards, even though they kind of should have. Like, Rocket Recharger should have got a reprint. Abzorada Dragon should have got a reprint. These cards should be, it's a structure that it should be under $1. There should be pennies, but it's not. Luckily, these aren't 3-ofs, but still, it's a pain. It's a pain. Like, you still have to buy this. That was in the structure deck. Because if you miss the structure deck, well, you gotta pay extra money now. Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, then we have Chaos Dragon or Armageddon. Look at this. $37? Well, not anymore. That $37 card is roughly around, well, about $56. Unless you want a German one, which the German one looks cool, but, like, realistically, like, $55 to $56 for Chaos Dragon and Dragon Armageddon. This is also used in the Dragon Link Bestials. It's a one-off, obviously, and it's risen in value because of it. So, yeah, I mean, this is what we have right now. I think Dragon Link Bestials might be really good. Arguably one of the best decks in the game for about 2 weeks. And then Telements come out with a Shizus, even using a little bit of Bestials we're seeing. And that new, whatever you want to call it, is so dank. It's going to be dominating the game. And I think one of the best decks besides the obvious one in the room is the one to fight the obvious one in the room. This is why I say sprites I still think are going to be good. The only question is, will they be good enough consistently? Will they be able to top big YC's events and then do it again with this new stuff in the meta with the Shizu, Beasteel, Telements? It's a good question. I don't think a lot of players really have a solid answer because we don't know how these decks are going to interact with each other until we actually have these players in a room, round 4, round 5, round 6, and then we're going to see who's the most dominant deck. And I think that's when the game's going to get a lot more interesting. The game's interesting already, but it's going to get more better in about 2 weeks. Anyway, Paisanos, this is your boy V. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Hey, listen, guys. It's been a crazy week for me. I'm probably going to go back to sleep. I just want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out, talking, and for anyone hitting me up on Facebook and whatnot. I appreciate all you guys. The market is really good right now, and I really enjoy it. I just want to say, wait, one last thing. I'm really enjoying the game lately, even though I'm playing Flunderies, and I have all the other decks. I'm working on a bunch of decks. What I like about this game right now is we are right now, and I'm not sure if anyone quotes this or not, we're in a mid-range format, and this is a really fun format. Yes, Telements and Sprites are the most dominant decks, but you got dudes running in when Exodus is going, yo, I'm having a good time, and smacking face. Flundery plays walking and going, yeah, I don't care about those. I don't even need to care about V's Marker Watch. I just want to hear a sexy voice. I ain't buying nothing else. I have Flunderies and smacking kids in the face. And I really like that. And Mathmex too. Mathmex, I'm not forgetting about you. But listen, I like that we're in a nice mid-range format. Besides Mathmex, actually, now that I think about it. But the cool thing about this mid-range format is everybody doesn't have to be forced to play the newest stuff. They can play other decks and still get great results. And I don't hear not many Yu-Gi-Oh! Players complaining about this format because, once again, mid-range formats are the most fun. I've been saying it for years. And for years we had real combo formats. And even though I played them for Noble Knights, that deck wasn't fun. After a while, it got boring. I did the same thing over and over again. Boring. Mid-range decks is so much more exciting and fun. And let me know what you think about that. Do you like mid-range format? Do you like combo format? Do you like control? Which I don't think control really had a format. Thank the Lord. But like mid-range is the best format because it lets players be more creative on the board. Whereas combo, it's like, all right, I know my end board. Can we get there? If I can't, go to game 2. I don't know. I think mid-range is so much more fun. And if you look at like past formats, Edison format, Hat format, Goat format, I would argue, is mid-range. A slower, more controlling game that's going to make players see their turns, so they're going to go at it with each other, which I think is more fun. Anyway, I just want to make that mention. I think it's really important to note. I'm not sure if anyone ever talked about how the fact that we're in it finally, and I love the crap out of this format, and I don't think I'm alone in that. Anyway, boys, I hope you guys watch my videos. It's your boy V, and you boys all have a great day.